Super Mario Bros. Wii versus Donkey Kong Country Returns. It's time once again for another battle video. In these videos, I take two games that I've reviewed and I put them together in a battle against each other. I had a vote which had over 600 submissions and 6,000 votes on those submissions in the 3 days that I had it up. Then I took your suggestion for the categories, no matter how crazy they were. Then I randomly picked 5 of them blindly to judge the two games chosen by you, the fans, to see them battle it out. And those categories are level designs, box art, lasting appeal, fan service, and nudity. I have to say that these categories that were chosen were by far the most difficult ever to decide in one of my battle videos. So I'm sure there's going to be some controversy with the winner of some of the categories. But since there can't be a tie in any category, one of them has to win. But let's just remember this is just for fun and it's kind of a goof. So please don't take it too seriously. So with that said, let's do this. Level designs. Super Mario Bros. Wii and Donkey Kong Country Returns both didn't toy around with their usual level designs. Donkey Kong Country Returns has some fun levels with some great variety. However, when I think of level designs, I don't just think about how much fun the levels are, but also if they're fun enough to replay. And in that regard, I think Super Mario Bros. Wii wins on this one. There are plenty of levels that I wanted to replay over and over again, not just for the coins, but just because they were fun to play. Box art. When I look at Super Mario Bros. Wii's box art, it is fantastic. It shows off the overall craziness of the action while invoking the fun of it as well. Then there's the Donkey Kong Country Returns box art, which shows off the action of Donkey Kong in the jungle on his adventure. I think they both do a great job of making you want to play the game. But I'm going to pick Donkey Kong Country Returns, mainly because of the overall feel of the box art, as there actually is some. Super Mario Bros. Wii, while great at showing the fun of the title, doesn't really make it look like they've spent a great deal of time coming up with the concept for the box art. They kind of look like they just slapped a bunch of things on a box. Donkey Kong, on the other hand, looks like they spent a great deal of time crafting a great cover. Lasting appeal. Lasting appeal is all about replayability and how it will hold up over the years. Both of these titles will be games that you will come back years later, and even though they will be graphically ugly by the Nintendo Wii 3D tactical hologram technology in the year 2022, it'll still be fun to play, like the great games that we play on the NES these days. However, I think Super Mario Bros. Wii will be the one that you boot up your old Wii for to play down the line. I'm not saying Donkey Kong Country Returns won't be something that you replay if you have a copy. I think more times than not, you will choose to play Super Mario Bros. Wii instead, so I think it should win this one. Fan service. The way I look at fan service is the little touches that they put into a game, as kind of a wink and a nod to the older players, as a way of saying, yeah, we remember you guys. Hey, do you remember this? Donkey Kong Country Returns has a lot of levels and designs from the previous games, but it also had quite a few things missing. Most notably, most of the animals from the previous games and the Kremlings. Super Mario Bros. Wii, on the other hand, had quite a few. Just off the top of my head, I love that I saw the airships return, and the Koopa Kids brought a smile to my face as well. So if we're looking for a game that wanted to honor their previous games by putting in little references to their previous titles, then Super Mario Bros. Wii wins on this one for sure. Nudity. This one is a slam dunk, without a question, easy to decide category. Mario has never been much of a nudist before. Every single one of his costumes had him fully clothed and ready for action. Donkey Kong, on the other hand, was the complete opposite, as he likes to fight evil totally nude. Okay, check that. He's wearing a tie. Like that's supposed to make everything better. At least Diddy had the decency to wear a hat and shirt. But no! Donkey Kong thinks a tie is good enough. Have you no moral decency, Donkey Kong? Think of the children! So for sure, Donkey Kong the Streaker wins in this category. And the winner is Super Mario Bros. Wii. When you put the two up against each other with these categories, it's easy to say that Super Mario Bros. Wii would win. But that's not to say Donkey Kong Country Returns is a bad game, because it's not. It's really quite good. But this time around, Super Mario Bros. Wii is better.